Here we are, another Friday in a flash, and in fact, to give you a little perspective, not that I necessarily need to, this is the second to last Friday of the month, and next Friday is the last day of the month. Yeah, we've got one more week left in September. Weather-wise, September weather, yes. And if you were liking the cooler temperatures yesterday, I've got some new numbers for you. They're even a little cooler than they were 24 hours ago. Tonight's program largely dealing with a lot of numbers, not just your weather, but we'll talk about some Kentucky schools among 1,742 being recognized, several in the viewing area, and we'll talk about those and go through those. I also have some numbers as from FEMA. The governor's update yesterday, as he does weekly in his Team Kentucky update, giving us some numbers in regards to the donations which have come in for flood victims, the tonnage of debris which has been removed. But you may be surprised to know the amount of FEMA funds that have come to Magoffin counties in regards to that flooding as well, that we were only a small part of, obviously, but nevertheless, a significant amount of money in this totality, and I'll go through that for you as well. A Johnson County man formerly indicted for bank robbery, and some other number-related stories going back to the theme of numbers in regards to football and the like, and a few other things. Let's go ahead and start with, as I told you on yesterday's program, during his Team Kentucky update, we spoke of the $71 million in grants that have been approved from FEMA for individuals and households to that program for 7,610 households in the eastern Kentucky area, so hard hit by those floods. Magoffin County saw very minimal damage compared to, of course, the other counties, but that doesn't mean that we were without some damage. And in fact, as of this week, FEMA has provided over $244,000 to almost 80 households in Magoffin County through their individuals and households program that I just mentioned, which is over the $71 million mark in totality. Those numbers will continue to be adjusted. Homeowners and renters in Magoffin County who sustained any damage to their property from the flooding that began on July the 26th still have time to apply for federal disaster assistance. September the 28th is the deadline. Just checking my calendar over here. That is next Wednesday. Applying for help is free. You can use the 1-800 number still, 800-621-3362, or disasterassistance.gov if you have it. In addition, survivors had an opportunity to appeal. An appeal should be filed if you've been denied or turned down in the form of a signed letter within 60 days of the date of the determination letter. Again, $244,000 again to about, 60 homeowners here in Magoffin County, 80 households rather, and you still have time to apply should you be interested in doing so. A Johnson County man was formally indicted for bank robbery this week. He held up an Allen branch of the Community Trust Bank in August of last year. It was the morning of August the 18th of 2021, just last year, that this man is said to have walked into that bank. 62-year-old now, Jeffrey Mullins of Hager Hill, the Johnson County man, walked in, demanded cash, and after brandishing a firearm, I believe one that he had tucked in his waistband, pulling his shirt to expose it after threatening to kill anyone who called the police inside the bank. He left with over $16,000 in cash, but due to a quick investigation by Floyd County officials as well as the Kentucky State Police, who together were able to obtain rather quickly some video evidence that led them directly to his residence, he was actually arrested the very next day and charged with robbery in the first degree. Mullins currently resides in the Floyd County Detention Center and faces 20 years in prison. In other news, 1,742 public schools, public high schools specifically, in the United States were recognized in the fifth year of what's called the Great Schools Success Award recognition. This year, to narrow that down as well, 43 public schools were in the state of Kentucky, and these were in the eastern Kentucky and some in the viewing area region. The College Success Award is based on a school's services in preparing students for college and standing out in helping students enroll and succeed in their continued academic career. Again, this award, in its fifth year, recognized over 1,700 public schools across the United States, and a total of 43 were here in the Commonwealth, and scaled or rated on a scale of 1 to 10. These are those in eastern Kentucky. Ranking with a 7 out of 10 was the Pikeville High School. Next, with a 6 out of 10 was Betsy Lane High School. 6 out of 10 also for Jackson City School. Johnson Central High School also came in on the list at a 6 out of 10, and Paintsville High School as well with a 5 out of 10. Pikeville receiving 5 awards, Betsy Lane 3, Jackson 3, Johnson Central 1, and Paintsville City High School a total of 4 awards. And another story by the numbers will be today's COVID update for McGoffin County, and a look at some state information, and that's next.
In all honesty, it has taken me since I was appointed mayor after Stanley Hurd suddenly resigned 11 years ago for the city's finances and operations to recover. There was literally $13,000 in the bank when it took $100,000 a month to operate. The waterworks was almost $300,000 in debt, and the power company was actually in the process of cutting off the electricity to the plant. Since then, we have a full-time police force, and they and our fire department have the vehicles and equipment they need to protect our families. I'm very proud of the job I've done, of how our city looks, our streets, our city park and buildings. And I know that every single cent during my administration has been accounted for and invested into Sayersville. And with a sincere gratitude for your support and help, I humbly ask you to re-elect me, James Pete Shepard, as your mayor. Thank you.
With the power to bring us together even when we're far apart, we keep families connected. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Car wrecks, truck wreck, disability, workers' comp, slip and fall, wrongful death. Your case matters to you. Your case matters to us. Contact McFarland Tinker Law Office. With our combined experience of over 58 years, we're here ready to work for you.
It was true last week, true this week, it'll be true next week. There's always new arrivals, and now they're for fall at the seasonal shop. They've got new fall shorts and more coming in soon, but they're already fully stocked on cello jeans and cutoffs, and they're now carrying Hornet football, hats, tees, and sweatshirts just in time for the season, and all proceeds go to the McGoffin County Quarterback Club, plus new Ridge and Holler designs, some that need no explanation, and a complete new line of fall baby clothes. And remember, they have baby and wedding registry. They also have a new line by Capri Blue where fashion meets fragrance. Amazingly pleasing scents across a line of candles, diffusers, soaps, lotions, and perfumes for home, car, and the bath. And do yourself a favor and don't even think about looking anywhere else for fall decorations inside and out before you stop by Fraser's Prater Drugs Seasonal Shop.
Hello, my fellow McGoffin Countyans. As we get closer to the November election, I would like for you to consider something. We have seen a drastic increase in meth, heroin, and fentanyl over the last 8 years. The direct result has been the loss of loved ones to overdose deaths, children being placed in foster care, and an increase in crime such as burglaries and thefts. Now we are seeing a trend to rainbow-colored fentanyl pills that resembles candies, such as Smarties, Skittles, and M&Ms. It's obvious that this is a way for drug dealers to target our children, and that's unacceptable. Folks, we've got to have a change. We have to take our county back. With nearly 34 years of experience and training, I am the only qualified candidate for sheriff. I'm William Bill Meade, Republican candidate for McGoffin County Sheriff. Thank you, and God bless.
Banking from home or on the go has never been easier and will forever be an important and necessary part of life. And Sagersville National has been and will always be at the forefront of meeting and exceeding your financial needs and giving you the safest and most worry-free online and mobile banking so you can worry about the important things, like what's for dinner. They're there when you need them at the main and branch locations of the Sagersville National Bank. While it's not a significant increase, there has been a small bump up in the number of confirmed cases here of COVID in the McGoffin County area through the McGoffin County Health Department. We'll take a quick look at that, the latest on the bivalent vaccine that I've been able to find out, and some other data before I leave you for the weekend. First, here's a little encouraging data for you. The map in front of you, don't fret too bad. This is last week's map. And I think last week, as it depicts here, we had 45 counties in the red, 31 green, 44 in the yellow. Our positivity rating was down to 16.29. I won't have the positivity rating until next Monday, but take a look as we change maps to the one that was just updated for today. We essentially cut the red counties almost in half with 23, and McGoffin County and Morgan and Elliott are no longer in the red category or the high category, and that is some good news, and a lot more green as well showing up for the Commonwealth as a whole. And we're starting to still see some continued numbers supporting that. Locally, numbers may not have gone down, but they are still much better off than they were just a few weeks ago. Certainly than those numbers which had us in the red for so many weeks, with so many other parts and counties of Kentucky. You know, top right of your screen, it was just back around the middle of August we were climbed back up. We had gone from in the teens back in March for the number of cases per week confirmed at the health department to back up well over 100, and then we finally started to fall off again. And last week we had, I believe it was a total of 30 cases, if I'm not mistaken, in the 30s the week before. Top left of your screen, that's the total for this week. 5 over the course of the weekend, 1 Monday, 12 Tuesday, 9 Wednesday, 7 yesterday, 0. A confirmed 0 today. So add it all up, 34 cases. Yes, it's 4 more than last week, but it's still in the 30s. And with the signs that we're seeing from the state, as we just saw, we're hoping that that will continue, of course, to hover in that area or continue to go down. Now, as far as the bivalent vaccine, if you are like me and going to get it, well, it's going to be a little easier to get very, very soon. I spoke with Pete Shepard today at the health department. The health department still doesn't have any. Any pharmacy, which is part of the federal pharmacy program, well, they, as I told you, like Hope Family Medical Center and Walgreens, well, they get access to them before our state health departments. The state health department was able to, as me say, the health departments here in the state were able to make their orders today for the new bivalent vaccine, but they still don't know if they'll be having it by next week. They don't think they'll have it by Tuesday. I'm just still leaving an asterisk there by the date, as you see there in the bottom left of your screen. So it is coming. The big thing is that there were only 5 million doses of this new bivalent vaccine released in Kentucky or given out and distributed when the first wave came a few weeks ago. 27 million this time around, so the health departments should be getting at least some of that allotment. Hope and Walgreens did get some, but it was limited supplies, and I can't confirm to you right now if they still even have any of that original distribution, but more is on the way. Some sporting things to talk about tonight, but first, let's see what's on tap on tonight's updated McGoffin Farm Bureau calendar. First, a reminder from your McGoffin County Health Department, flu shots are available Monday, Wednesday, and Thursdays, 8 till 3, Fridays, 8 until noon. Call 349-6212 if you have any questions about insurance or the like. And this weekend, the Big Half Mountain Baptist Church is having homecoming service Sunday starting at 10:30. They're going to have inflatables for the kids, food, and a wonderful morning service. They hope that you'll join them at the Battlefield Park on Route 7. An educational baby shower coming up on October the 6th. That is just days away at the McGoffin County Health Department for all moms expecting and any who are 2 months postpartum. Register with the McGoffin County Health Department, and if you do, you get a one-time gift card, $10, 349-6212. That simple, and a whole lot of information and a whole lot of support. I mean, new moms, this is a really great service for all of you. Sagersville Oktoberfest, October the 7th is when it starts. Movie night at the Ramey Park. Hocus Pocus will be shown. Free water and popcorn for everyone. October the 10th, the 5K Pumpkin Run starts at 5:30. And a little farther on and closer to Halloween, the Thursday before Halloween, the 27th, is the big Sagersville City Park Spooktacular, and I'll remind you when it gets a little bit closer, and the Thriller Dance will follow. That's Thursday the 27th, and Trick or Treat has been set, of course, in the city and for the county as a whole, 6 to 8 on Halloween, which is Monday the 31st. Save lives. The McGoffin County Blood Drive is the place to do it. Monday, October the 3rd. Not this coming Monday, but the next, 1 to 5 at the Sayersville First Baptist Church. Call that 800 number to set up an appointment. Appointments are greatly appreciated. Walk-ins are certainly welcome. And they're always low this time of year, this time a little more so than usual. Another flu shot clinic is coming up at the DAV meeting here in Magafa County in the back of the community center, the Henry Joseph Edition, at the DAV meeting on October the 6th, 5 to 7. The Prestonsburg VA will be there with flu shots for our veterans. Call 349-2299 for Commander Lloyd Salyer if you have any questions. Sayersville High School class of 75 is celebrating Saturday, October the 8th, 7 to 11 at the Ramada Inn in Paintsville. Call classmates Diane Conley or Stacy Robinette and let them know you are hoping and planning on attending, and call me, like I always say, when you have a calendar announcement. And for those birthdays and anniversaries, too, because we love to pass those along as well. Remember, birthdays and anniversaries and birth announcements are printed for free in the Independent every week, but send those to Heather at SayersvilleIndependent.com. That's Heather at SayersvilleIndependent.com. Next, a reminder that services for Jewel Perkins are going to be held this Sunday morning beginning at 11. She passed away this week at the age of 87, survived by her son Randall and her son Granville, sisters Ellen Evans and Lavella Coyle, and a special friend Tammy Nicholas. She's preceded in death by her brothers Floyd and Greenville Perkins and sisters Edna Stanley, Cena Powers, Almeda Poe, and Rosie Conley. Services start Sunday morning at 11 from the Magafa County Funeral Home. Visitation will be Saturday evening 6 till 9. 58-year-old Vonda Gay Keaton Sparks of Sayersville passed away yesterday in Winchester, the daughter of the late Goldie Keaton. She's survived by her husband Mark Sparks, 5 sons Robbie, Marcus, Matthew, Nathaniel, and Stephen Sparks, brothers Johnny, Joe, and Raymond Keaton, and sisters Linda Cottle, Julie Bleeker, and another, Neva, whose last name was not on the obituary. Kentucky of Oxford, Kentucky, and as well as 11 grandkids. Her services will start Monday at 1 from the Magafa County Funeral Home. Visitation Sunday evening 5 until 9. There's just no denying it. Some things you crave all year long, but some of those things you crave even more when the leaves start to change and fall and there's a chill in the air. And our famous fresh-baked chicken pot pies are at the very top of that list. They're a warm, tasty, delicious snack or a meal in its own perfect little box at your Sayersville Lee's Famous Recipe.
Stop in at Prohibition today. We have hot coffee, iced coffees, frappuccinos. If you're not a fan of coffee, we have non-coffee beverages like Freshies or Red Bull Kickers. Stop in today for a pup cup, whipped cream and dog treats designed specifically for your pup to make their tails wag. Try our delicious donuts from Gracefully Made Donuts, cheesecake and brownies from our local cheesecake lady, and an assortment of other delicious pastries from Rutabaker's Bakery in Moorhead. Stop in or drive through. We're open till 8 p.m. every day, located on the Parkway next to Appalachian Smoke.
Just as quick as one arrives, it feels like the next is already about to begin. And Conley Tire doesn't want you to start any of the driving seasons unprepared. Be safe and sound and get there with the best offers on the best tires by the best manufacturers, all with service you've grown to trust. Go to conleytire.net or stop by in Staffordsville to find out more, or give them a call at 297-2424.
I'm Kelly Collins.
And I'm Taylor Shepard.
And we are with the Golden Law Office. We both began our legal careers in Lexington, representing the nation's largest insurance companies. This experience provided us with inside knowledge as to how the insurance company will defend your case.
We are now taking that knowledge and returning to our hometown in Eastern Kentucky.
As a partner at Golden Law Office, we are returning home to continue to help those hurt through no fault of their own. If you or a family member have been injured in an auto or truck accident, call Golden Law Office today.
Parkway Pharmacy, as always, promises the quickest service with the very best care and prices, and to always have someone there to talk to when you have a question. With 3 pharmacists, curbside, drive-through, and call-ahead service. Parkway Pharmacy in Sayersville, 349-4400.
Where you can always talk to a pharmacist when you need one.
The reassurance of getting your medications and over-the-counter needs at Sayersville's oldest and most trusted pharmacy. The convenience of curbside pickup and call-ahead service.
And the fact that you can walk in, order to go, or sit down and get gourmet quality hot fudge brownies, nachos, shakes, coffees, hot dogs with homemade sauce, desserts, and more makes it more than your hometown Good Neighbor Pharmacy. It's a destination in downtown Sagersville, Frazier's Prater Drugstore. It doesn't get any sweeter than that.
Well, the Hornets are in action tonight at home. Camera has already left the building. We hope that you're headed that way to support our Hornets. They might need a little extra oomph in the stands tonight. They're hosting Belfry. McGoffin County last week hosted the Bulldogs, as we showed you last night, and did you know that they actually amassed about, or maybe a little over 400 yards in offense, and came up with that loss even after a stellar performance on that side of the ball, and the defense was not bad either. But the Bulldogs, it was their night, and they did take the win home. That leaves the McGoffin County Hornets tonight up against Belfry. Belfry's coming into tonight's game actually with the 2-3 record. Yeah, Belfry more losses than wins. Right now they've lost to Pulaski and to Lexington Christian in Pikeville, and they are coming to McGoffin County tonight. The Hornets 2-3 and looking for a big upset tonight on their senior night. Senior night ceremony start at 7 o'clock. And they got something special, in my opinion, in the concession stands. Just saying. And with the next week being an off week for the McGoffin County Hornets, well, they might not be on the field playing, but they'll be on the field, and not just the high school either. Your high school, middle school, all elementary football teams will be there next Friday night, starting at 7 for a meet and greet. Our volleyball team, which just had a big win over Martin this week, I think, and cheer and dance teams as well, and the band. Couldn't do it without the band. Wouldn't want to do it without the band. And alumni, you're also invited to come and attend Meet the Hornets as well. The alumni in attendance will be introduced if you so choose. Just $2 to get in for everyone, $1 for students. They're just trying to make a small fundraiser out of it. Concessions will be sold. Did you know they have a deep fried honey bun at the ball games? I didn't know till I left last week. I will not make that mistake again. So, off week. Next week with that, Meet the Hornets, and then from there on out, it's all road games for the high school. With that said, let's go on to tonight's Licking Valley RACC 7-Day, where the next 7 days are looking just a little bit more chilly than they were this time last night. Yeah, some newly adjusted highs and lows. We'll see clouds increase tonight, I think for like a narrow window of about an hour or so after midnight or so up in the early morning hours. We've got a slight chance, a 30% chance of some showers during the overnight, but otherwise just some increasing clouds and about a 51-degree low for tonight. How is your Saturday looking? Well, those clouds should part and we will see skies become sunny pretty quickly, I think. And we'll hit around 74 for your Saturday, 58 tomorrow night. Don't let that 20% chance of showers worry you about any outdoor plans, because it is another small window late Saturday night during the overnight, close to midnight or so. And it's short-lived and sets us up for a Sunday where we'll again see mostly sunny skies and another nice day in the neighborhood. Mid-70s, again, right around 76. A cool night ahead after that, though, with that next little possible round of showers. We'll take a hit for temperatures, highs and lows, but a little more for the lows, if you'll notice. 49 for your low Sunday night. We'll hold on to some fog, some sun, and 71 for your Monday, but the low 40s will return, expecting a somewhat of a cooler one at 42 degrees. And then, well, we're just right down to the 30s. A very consecutive run next week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Mid, close to upper 60s, upper 30s. Across the board. Dry, clear, nice. Definitely on the cooler side of things. Sunny and clear with the exception of some fog late night, early mornings, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But look at that. It's either 67 or 66, and it's either 38 or 39 for your highs and for your lows. And like I said, sunny and clear skies across the board after your Wednesday. It is going to be nice and certainly much more like fall. That's it for this evening. I hope you enjoy your weekend, and I hope to see you back here Monday, starting off another week, the last week of September. Can you believe it? On Your News Today. Good night again, and a sincere thank you as always for watching. and being a part of the show.